Hey, I just want to invite everybody down to Scouts on Friday morning at 8 o'clock to fellowship with guys, to enjoy some donuts and a fun time, but also to get to know the Lord and to know that He loves you and wants to have a relationship with you. So invite friends and come on down. Thanks.
You know, when you do this thing online and with you guys, I take it serious because, again, it's not about Steve Doan trying to be a big shot or get street credit. It ain't about that at all, man. No way. It's about coming in here and sitting in that car before I get here. And it ain't a virtue signal. You guys probably saw me. I get a little nervous because, man, please, Lord, whatever you can do, something I can say or you say through me that remind these cats how much God loves them. Because I know there's a lot of heartache in the room, and I know guys here that were much closer to death than we are early life, and there's guys in here going through tidal waves, and there's guys here that don't know about the love of Jesus Christ. I totally understand that. So, you know, we kick it in today a little bit. We just want to make sure, again, no one leaves the building without knowing much, you know, your Father in heaven loves them. Ties into my story. And I was going to do a different story, but yesterday I met this guy. I've known him for a while, actually. We got to talking yesterday towards Alabama, you know, give it up for Alabama, right? And the guy is an Indian guy, right? Big Indian guy, and he runs a big hotel. I will spend the night there and all this stuff. And I was like, you know, talking to him. We got to be friends in the last year and stuff. And his name is Mr. Patel. So we're shooting the breeze, and he's got some devotionals and stuff going on in his hotel. And he's got some Hindu stuff. It's kind of an interesting place, but we're shooting the breeze. Of course, I'm going to invite him to meet you cats right here. I want to make sure he knows the love of God. And so he started telling about the hotel, and he goes, oh, you know, Patel. And I go, yeah, I'll call him Mr. Patel. Why you always call me that? I go, well, that's, you know, your name, right, sir? And we're talking, and we've been friends for about 8 months. And he goes, well, I want you to know this, Steve-O. I'm a real Patel. It's like, what? A real Patel. Well, what does that mean, man? I mean, like, is this a real grapefruit? What does that mean? He goes, no, man, I'm a real Patel. Don't you understand about hotels? You've been a coach and all. You stay in hotels. Don't you understand why most hotels are run by Indians, right? My people. He's from India. He goes, yeah, well, I didn't know that. He goes, yeah, 70% of hotels in America are run and owned by Indians, and 30 or 40% are the Patels. But I'm telling you, I'm a real Patel. That was getting animated on me in the couch, man. I'm like, dude, just give me my donut and coffee. Now they go, no, I'm a Patel, man. So, well, I didn't know there was non-Patels. He goes, no, you don't understand in India, man. It's the caste system still. So, I didn't know that. He goes, yeah, man. So people, all the Indians, a lot of my Indian friends that come to the United States, and they want to do business with other Indians. I didn't know this. And he said, so they changed their name to Patel. So their name might be, you know, Douglas or Johnson or Carpenter or whatever it is over there. But that's not the lane for a businessman. It's a caste system. That's beneath a businessman. So, but Patel is the name if you're a businessman. So they come here and they say, I'm Johnny Patel. Because they want to do business with you, and they're trying to say, I'm a successful businessman. I come from a great line of Patels. And he's telling me he's legit. You go back to his birth certificate all the way down, he's legit. I didn't know there was Patels at running hotels that are really not Patels. Go figure that out, man. I'm like, oh, okay. I learned something today. You guys know I'm idea what I do for a living. I'm driving back home. It was quite interesting, man, that everybody wants to identify with the Patel. So, you know, I'm going to go with it. Then the last night, you know, it ties in at the end. I'll tie it in with Stephen, St. Stephen in a minute, but run with these stories. I've been with David, and know David's got the E-bar thing. By the way, you guys go to Kroger's and stuff. Make sure you support David and support his outreach and buying those E-bars over there, right? They're quite good. Give you a little street credit on the video here, Steve. And I'll charge you, I'll send you the fee later, all right, man? Anyways, here's how it goes. He gives me a name of some dude in Destin. He tells this guy he's all business about the gospel, and he's over himself. Oh, man, he's over himself. You know how much I love it when you're from California. You meet a guy who's over himself. Most Californian guys, no disrespect to you guys, but hey, how you doing? And they want to tell you how great they are for about an hour and a half, everything they're doing, how important they're in the Christian community, how their kids all went to Yale and Harvard, and how much land they own. I get it. I was that guy, man. I get it. I'm not mad at just how it rolls. And you're thinking, oh, man, okay, does he know the love of Christ? Oh, who knows yet? Whatever. This guy called him up. Hey, this is Steve O'Donnell. Hey, I've been to your group, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm 7 years. Remember me? I was so-and-so. He talked about himself for about 5 seconds. He goes, I'm about the gospel, man. I remember you sitting there when we had 15 guys at your table, and you were telling us about Christ. I said, you heard something I said? Nobody remembers anything I said. This guy remembers. I'm down in Destiny, and I'm all about the Lord and his business. I'm from California. You don't remember me, but this is what I do. And not in a prideful way about I'm Mr. Christian, I run the home group, I'm the Christianest guy around. It wasn't about that. This guy was telling me how he is in the trenches, reminding the dudes about the love of Jesus Christ for about 25 minutes. 10 seconds, he told me where he's from. The rest about I was lost, I'm found, and this is how I roll. And I meaning him, he don't eat A Patel. He's legit. He's identifying now with Christ. That's what he's telling me. Last night, 11 o'clock, old dude. My identification now is not a lost, screwed up dude, unforgiving, in darkness, chasing self all day long, talking about everyone how great I am. No! David actually told me his background. I knew a little about his background. The guy was a pretty successful dude back in the day. No, it was over that. It was about, I am here for one reason. To tell others about the great love of Jesus Christ. Man, I hung up the phone. Dear Mr. Benny, I got to step up my game. Thank you for the lesson you taught me on the phone. I need to get over me real quick. Ties into the end with St. Stephen. And we have 4 pillars here. I'm going to go over those, and I'm going to hit it up with St. Stephen. I'm going to conclude. I'm going to give you some encouragement, you guys that don't know him yet. 4 pillars here we say, you got to go to the Lord direct. Can't shuck and jive. Minister tries their best. Pastor, deacon, father, bishop, donut group guy. Man, we can try to steer you, but we can't help you. We can't get you back to your Father in heaven. We can't do it. You got to go direct. You got to go direct. We don't come to the Lord, well, I'm a good dude. All 25 of my kids went to Yale. I run the home group. I'm the most Christian guy in the world. No, man. We go direct to the Lord, and he says, come as you are. Don't clean yourself up, fellas. Just go, the nasty old self that we are, because he loves you. That's number 1. Number 2, we got to stay in the Word, fellas. He only saves us through his Word. We got to stay in the Word. We can't shuck and jive. Matter of fact, I'm looking at that table the other day. I'm like, nah. We got to get off this thing about self-promoting. Including me, man. I took my book out. I actually published a book. I took it out today. I took a piss on it and I burned it up. What the heck am I talking about, man? How important I am and all that. You got to come. Steve Dones knows what's up. Steve doesn't know jack shit. You know where we get truth? The Word. I got to get my sorry ass in the Word if I want to get saved. That's what he tells me. Oh, you guys, it's a nice Bible study. Yeah. The next one, we got to honor our wife in all things so our prayers aren't hindered. Oh, man, we got to learn how to do that. There's some gentlemen here that love the Lord, and they can help you with that. But again, you got to get in the Word. You got to get in the Word. Your self-help book, whatever. That's a little thing you read on the toilet, but it can't help you. How to Win Friends and Love Languages can't help you. I talked about that Monday. Enneagram, well, that's demonic as hell, but can't help you. Your Joyce Meyer Bible study, if you guys are, kind of feminine, that can't help you. You got to go to the Word. Because he says in his work, he's going to save in the Word. And the last one I'm going to hit on today, we go to the Bible, and we go to Acts. And I'm going to read this, and Danny can do what he wants with the video. Go to Acts 7. It's Stephen, if you guys don't know the story. Basically, he's stepping up his game, and he's saying, hey, man, we don't follow idols anymore. He's talking about, there's a lot to unpack in chapter 7, but at the end, he says, here's what he says. They cast him out to stone him. And they stoned him, calling upon God, saying, Lord, receive my spirit. But when at the end he says, the last verse, he says, Lord, do not lay this charge on them. Forgive them. He's getting stoned to death. And he obviously forgave them. And he's asked, Lord, forgive them. And I was reading in the Word, it said, we must forgive because we fool ourselves if we have any unforgiving spirit towards anyone. anyone, including the Lord, we're angry at him or our wives or some guy that screwed us in business or a little league coach that batted us wrong, we have any unforgiveness, or that's called hate, and he equates that to murder. And he says, when you have that, you're still in darkness. Oh! Litmus test! I remember that 5 years ago, litmus test. I identified as a Christian man because it helped my career. Like most of you guys here on Monday night. I identify as Christian. But I ain't really a Christian. Like Patel. I identify as Patel, but I ain't really a Patel. I did a litmus check on myself. The Bible tells me if I got anger, I don't know him yet. Well, that's easy enough. I don't know him. All my friends call me Christian. I run the home group. I'm the deacon or pastor in the church. I come to donuts. I meet guys around the neighborhood. I got everybody fooled except my wife. She knows I'm lost as hell. She knows that. She just knows I'm a hypocrite. That's why our marriage is falling apart. What a blessing to know I got anger. I want to get out of darkness. He says, get in my word and forgive everyone, and you will be out of darkness. Get in my word, go and forgive your brother, which is everybody, and you will be out of darkness. And he will light your candle. And when you come to him, he will hear your cry. Because he tells us, come to the altar, don't bring me anything, go forgive first. Because you're still in darkness. That's kind of, I don't know how that works because I'm not God. But I'm going to give you the encouragement now and the challenge as well. All right. The guys here, I'm so grateful to the guys that came from Monday. They heard about coming here to meet other dudes. I mean, unbelievable. That they can come here to meet other dudes. And I said, you guys got to come, really. You got to come meet these guys in the donut group. You know, the lost can meet the found. And it was so funny because I think they thought I was saying they're found and they're lost. I had him duped, man. He was unbelievable, man. It was like 25 dudes. They're awesome. I'm saying you got cats in this room that identify as Christian. They don't know him yet. Because on the way out, I had 3 or 4 guys. They're caught in anger, man. They don't know the Lord yet. So they got to meet you guys. And I'm just going to say you guys should know the love of Jesus Christ in this room. Oh, keep coming around. Keep going out there. Keep talking to every guy you know, because most of the guys do not know how much the Lord does love them. And in 1 John, he says, I love them so much. Come to me. Remind him of that. Remind him of that. Okay, the next thing is this. All right. I love this part. This is funny about my job. I'm going to get a pay raise from this, 0 to 0. You dudes that don't know the Lord yet, and you can go and do a litmus test in your car. You got any unforgiveness, that's a sign. Oh, I don't know him yet. But then the good news is this. He says, come to me because I love you. I love you so much, he said, I will forgive everything. Come to me. And when you come to me and ask to know me with all your heart and seek me diligently, I'm right there. And even the angels in heaven will be rejoicing over you tonight. Tonight. Could you imagine the angels in heaven rejoicing over one, meaning you, that comes to repent and asks to know him tonight? He says in his word, he loves you so much that when you come to him tonight, he's right there. He wants to hear from you. He's going to hold you fast. And he wants that relationship with you. And he promises us, in Southern words, that he will save us. He will save us. And you will be at peace. You know, I don't have much to say other than around that today. And I'm just so blessed you're here. And the guys that came from Monday to be here, what a blessing. And you look around the room, there's some guys here that really have walked with the Lord a long time that would love to help you with your walk. But they know if you're not in the Word, you're just having a coffee conversation, a morale booster. You got to be in the Word because that's what the Word is, where He saves. We can be encouragers, but the Word is where He saves. And the most important thing, you guys that are here, your wife told you go to a Bible study or whatever it is, and God's giving you a little friction. You're older in life. You're 50, 60, 70. You know, hey man, the guillotine's coming down. It's over soon. It's over soon. And you're still out on rest. That's the Lord. That's the Lord in His great love going, my days are numbered, and it's a few breaths and I'm done. And I'm still trying to find peace in restaurants and chasing girls or dope or trying to be the most Christian guy in the neighborhood. Whatever I'm chasing, self, it doesn't work, fellas. We're only going to find rest in our loving, gracious Father in heaven. Go to Him tonight because He loves you.